This thing we just sang about by his stripes I'm healed, you have to be careful that just doesn't become theology or a Christian confession that you quote. The gospel is something you see. Paul said in Ephesians 3, he said, I'm anointed to make all see. Knowledge can puff you up. It's love that edifies. You have to see a thing. When I'm singing by his stripes I'm healed and I stand in awe, the reason I stand in awe, it's not the theology behind it. It's not that Jesus died and then now his stripes pay the supernatural power for me to proclaim something and it happened. It's the heart behind it. It's that God became flesh. Look, he made us a certain way. He made man for a reason. And that reason got lost through sin and through disobedience. So he said, okay, I'm going to unravel this master plan that I had set before the foundation of the world. And I'm going to send the Lamb who was already slain in my heart and mind before the foundation of the world. And I'm going to unroll this plan and I'm going to show them who I am because I made them in my image. I mean, that's amazing to me. So here's Jesus. When I'm singing this song, this is what's happening to me. I'm thinking about Jesus coming. I'm thinking about us living opposite of everything we're here for, having mentalities and living by them and fighting to stand for them that aren't even in the Lord. Mentalities, mindsets that never came from him. Things that we were taught just by living life separate from him, by the wisdom of the world and the way that seems right to a man. And the God of this world, who the whole world, it says, is in the sway of the wicked one, right? We were trained by a lie our whole lives. And we fought to defend that lie. And Jesus has come and lived in the total opposite, something we've never experienced or seen. He wasn't received. He wasn't accepted. He looks like passive, a pushover, almost a weakling. He looks like a misfit. But yet, he came to his own and his own knew him not. Isn't it amazing that nothing that was made that it wasn't made through him? Everything was made through him. There wasn't anything that wasn't made through him. Yet he came to his own, and his own knew him not. That's dramatic. That man was so far from who he is that when the one that was responsible for them being here, they had no clue and couldn't recognize him. When he spoke, they were like, what's he trying to say? Because they were so far from the beginning. That's astounding to me. So then Jesus knows her. First of all, let me just talk plain to you. He's here in a body. You're God. You're from the beginning. You're with God, and the Word was with God and was God. It's God. He's God. He's the Lord. He was always with the Father from the beginning, and now he's in a man's body. That sounds like sacrifice. That doesn't sound exciting. This is just stuff I think about. This is when I sing this song, I'm thinking, he's always right. He's the truth. His heart's always pure. And people treat him for the total opposite. As if he's a blasphemer, as if he's a heretic, as if he's healing because of a spirit of the devil. They're constantly contradicting, testing, judging. And I look at Jesus, and he never changes. He never changes. He doesn't fall apart. He doesn't grow weary in well-doing. He doesn't just throw a little fit and have a meltdown. I'm so tired of people. No, all the things we have justification for, you can't even find in him. That impresses me. This by his stripes thing is way bigger than a theological, spiritual principle we found in our Bible. Yeah. It's way bigger than 1 Peter 2. Way bigger. He said, when you see me, you've already seen the Father. I can find him talking to you and me saying, if you believe in me, you'll do the things I do. And even greater things. Because I'm going to, now we always think about miracles, I get it. And I'm, a life of miracles, that's what I'm talking about. But we make miracles a thing instead of an expression and an extension of him and who he is. All this stuff that we should be pursuing should be relational. It should be because I know him, not because I've been taught about him and I'm trying to get it to work in my life. That's where weariness comes from. That's where frustration comes from. That's why people get high and low, start and stop. You're living Christ. We're anointed to live Christ. I'm empowered to know Him. Yeah, and to live Him. Does that make sense to you?